minutes.
All right, you know you live, money.
Yeah, we good. I explained to him I had to get a little things together here. All right, y'all. I'm still rolling, y'all. Now, I got some notes here.
They got wet,
Preliminary
but they
examination
still
from
good
yesterday.
money.
And these joints gonna have to work, even though they got wet out here in the rain. But I want y'all to know that I'm still gonna get y'all this information as quickly, as fast as possible.
First and foremost, you know what I mean, on the shout out, you know what I mean, RP to my man Bassine, you know, his home going was beautiful, you know, everybody they showed up, showed out, you know, he, like I said, you know what I mean, on my post, he's a superstar in his own right, you know what I mean, he had the Wayne County Sheriffs escorting, leading the pack, get out the way. My dog is coming through. You feel me? But you know what I mean. But it was a nice home going for him, and then also too they was going crazy over them obituaries. But they say we got enough. We got more than enough. Don't nobody got to worry. You feel me? So, but shout out to Bassine, man, and his family. Prayers with you. You know what I mean. So, you know, one love, B.
Yeah, great people do great things. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? And he was definitely achieving great things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Pillar in the community.
There we go. So now, we're going to get off until the Footlocker Eastpoint shooting explained. You have 3 young men, 2 which was unalive. You know what I mean? And 4 was shot, including one of the defendants. And we started off with Miss LaKayla Taylor and her brother, Dewan Taylor, if you're familiar with the case. Now, this is what I found to be interesting about yesterday. It's a lot of things that I don't think that a lot of people knew or understand really about this case. And the thing is, the brother had some type of rift already existed with the other gentleman, or the gentleman had a rift with him, however it was. There's no audio on the video. So I had the opportunity to be in the courtroom and look at the full video in its full entirety.
Right.
And let me tell you, I seen the beginning to the end of the video. And let me break the video down as was explained in court yesterday. I was actually in the courtroom. Boots on the ground.
You was in the courtroom, live action.
Yes.
Hearing it straight out the witness's mouth.
Yes.
You know what I mean? No third party, no overflow.
No. I was in the courtroom.
That's right. Okay.
I was in there with Miss LaKayla, and I was in there with Mr. Dewan Taylor. I was in there with them, and I nodded to them, and they nodded back to me. And I do not know those people, so I'm only reporting what actually went on in the courtroom. I'm not, you know what I'm saying, taking nothing away from the families that lost Mr. Turner, Mr. Newman, or Mr. Gardner. I'm not taking away from any of that. All I'm saying is what was happening in the courtroom. That's
right.
It.
Just stating the facts of what.
Everything that I'm saying can be looked up on PACER, or you can sequester Eastpoint court transcripts and get a copy of this information. You know what I mean? This is a preliminary examination that was open to the public. Now, let's get off into this. Now, let's explain what a lot of people don't understand what happened. LaKayla, her brother, Dewan, and 2 of her sisters pulled into the Footlocker first.
Right.
The other guys, Mr. Turner, Mr. Newman, and Mr. Gardner, who we're going to get to later in the story, seen them as they was pulling in before they even pulled into the Footlocker. So what they decided to do was they parked their vehicle, which they was in a rental car that was rented to Mr. Turner, who was actually the CPL holder in this case.
Oh,
and,
they had the CPL holder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they parked it at the door, and Dewan jumped out the car from with his sisters and was walking ahead of them, walking into the Footlocker, not realizing that these gentlemen was in the car waiting to possibly bring harm to him.
Right, okay.
Now, the next change of events that happens is crazy, because as he walks through in between the car, because he don't know, the guy jumps out the car and has some words with him. He speaks back. The other guy jumps out the car. He has some words. But when he jump out the car, he show a gun. Mr. Taylor, brave young man, by the way, he lunges at him and they get to fighting for the gun immediately. Right there on the spot.
Right.
Right there on the spot. It's going down. So in the process of this, the other gentleman from the other side and another gentleman emerged from the car, comes around, and now they're pummeling Mr. Taylor.
Okay.
Right? Mind you, LaKayla has it buzzing up. They looking at the situation like, oh. They just looking on. Now, the prosecutor brought this up yesterday. The attorney brought this up yesterday. And in the video, you can actually see the flinch when possibly this is what happened. It's a possibility, y'all. This is why the judge postponed the court date into Tuesday.
Into
to make a ruling.
Okay.
To make a ruling.
See if they're going to bond it over?
See if they're going to bond it over, exactly. Because one of the unalive guys had a gun and the pistol went off.
Okay.
It was shot. It was definitely shot. But they never, but the detectives couldn't recover the bullet. But the bullet was shot. And what happened was the shell got caught in the chamber and they jammed the gun.
Right. So that was the shot was from the one of the guys that was beating up.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Taylor, yes.
Mr. Taylor.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. So as soon as that happens, this is when LaKayla runs back to the car, pops the trunk, goes in the trunk. She spends some time in the trunk, maybe 15 seconds. Because mind y'all, all this stuff I'm telling y'all that happened in 1 minute.
1 minute, right.
1 minute's time, all this happened. She comes out from behind the car, fires 11 shots, and landed 6 out of 11 on the alleged unalive guys. And the other victim that's still being hospitalized right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. She let off 11 shots and landed 6.
So, in the midst of her firing them shots,
out of them 6, 2 fatalities came out of that 6 as well.
Where was the brother at?
Oh, that's a good question. Now, this is where the possibility comes in at. They don't know if the sister shot him or if the assailant shot him, the unalive guy shot him. Because the gun went off, they don't know where the bullet at. Because the brother got shot. The brother got shot through the side, through his right side, and went in and out.
But also too, right? If they got the gun,
yep.
Would they be able to tell if?
No, they couldn't recover them. They couldn't
recover the bullet.
They couldn't recover the bullet.
Okay.
They recovered the shells from her gun, but they couldn't recover the bullet from his gun.
Right. That or the bullet that went in and out of
yes,
dude.
They don't know where it went to.
So they don't know what gun it came from.
No. But as his attorney said, it only makes sense that it came from their gun.
Exactly.
Duh. You know what I mean? That's why y'all can't find it. Because if y'all found all 11 of hers, y'all clearly would have found this one. Because this is the first shot that was shot. Let's be clear on that. The unalive guy shot the first shot. The prosecutor agreed to this. The attorney agreed to this. And the detective agreed to this. Even though the detective is a little hanky. He's saying things in certain ways that's kind of condescending, but it's all good. It's all right there. And the judge is kind of being kind of hard body about it because the guys was unalive.
Right.
You know what I mean? But this is what y'all got to know also in this situation. So, as we moving on, as they guys get hit and goes down, she stopped shooting, picks her brother up off the ground, right? Because he shot.
Right.
He shot also.
Right.
He, in that process, he goes and picks up the gun from the unalive guys with the clip, what they had, the extended clip, was broke in the process of them doing what they was doing.
Okay.
And slips in front of the Footlocker. Because he shot, and I don't know, his adrenaline, I guess, was pumping. I mean, I didn't mean to laugh, Mr. Taylor. If you get a chance to see this, I didn't mean to laugh, but it was wild when you slipped in front of the Footlocker. And then his sister, I had to help him up again.
Right.
And then he goes and gives his sister like some keys and some things. Because see, you gotta understand, his other two sisters was there also while all this was going on. He was there with 3 of his sisters.
Oh, wow.
So this was definitely a dangerous situation that all family members could have been harmed at any given time. So, you gotta be the judge out there if y'all think it's if it's some type of way.
If it was justified and him and she, and retaliate and protect, and just instinct of protecting her brother from, was 3 guys or 4 guys beating on him?
3.
It was 3 guys that was beating on him. You know what I mean? So you had to put yourself in that situation of what would you do if 3 guys was beating on your brother and you know that you got a pistol.
And they showing the video also that old boy was definitely beating him in the head with a gun and the other guy was kicking. So, yeah.
It ain't nothing question asked. You know what I mean? Like, we coming up blasting.
So, now, it's a good thing that he brought that up also. This is what y'all don't understand out there also. This was the bombshell on why the court date got postponed to Tuesday. Upshaw, the attorney for LaKayla, filed a motion on dismissal. He's not filing for dismissal under what y'all think as far as what a defense should be. It's really not self-defense. They saying what he's saying, LaKayla's saying that nah, it's justifiable manslaughter.
Right.
So they saying she had every right or whatever to do this. And let me tell y'all also, the attorney, a white guy, you know what I'm saying, his last name is actually Newman, actually. And he testified also. And he said like, yo, I have 3 sisters, white guy, from suburban, up north, whatever, attorney. He said, hey, I have 3 sisters, and if I was in that type of situation, I expect him to do the same thing for me. Why?
Right.
Why what? So, like I said, you guys out there have to be the judge of that. But, yeah, so it's justifiable manslaughter. Yeah.
See, they not going straight out for self-defense because that's not the case. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like it's you know what I mean? Like I don't think Michigan even have the law of self-defense, do they? I don't think Michigan got the law of self-defense. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think. But I think it was either justifiable homicide, justifiable manslaughter. Then sometimes people get found guilty of, like, they'll beat the murder and then get found guilty of reckless use of a firearm.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? When you don't have, a license to carry or you illegal carrying, but you was in the right to protect yourself. So they be like, okay, you get found out guilty on that, but we gonna hit you with justifiable homicide.
Okay, well, it's actually, let me lean off into this. This might kind of clarify what you're trying to ask. I have a quote, actually. I have a documented quote from Mr. Upshot, the lawyer that's on LaKayla's team, defense team. And this is what he said. He want everybody to understand that she was never the aggressor in this situation.
Never.
Never. And nor was her brother ever the aggressor in this situation. And on top of that, he also wants y'all to understand that after the age of 18, if you do possess a gun or whatever, the gun cannot be together. He stated case law after case law after case law. And that was something that I didn't know. If you don't have the clip and the bullets and all that together, if it's all separated, you can travel like that.
Yeah, you can travel like that. Yeah, I was up on that, but I was like, man, I ain't about to go through that, man, because I ain't about to be, dealing with these folks.
Because let me tell y'all, he want me to let y'all understand that LaKayla, she came and turned both guns in to him. And he turned both guns in to the police. The unalive guy's gun and her gun. And they was able to get the unspent round that got jammed off up in there. So LaKayla did not even tamper with no evidence, nor did the brother tamper with no evidence. And that's one of the charges they got. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
Right.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Well, I ain't gonna jump the gun, because you know what I mean. Like, I know you gonna get to that about why is he locked up, but you feel me. But yeah, that's, you know what I mean. Like, that should show you in itself of her bringing the gun of the unalive guy that had it, and she turning it in. Like, look, I ended up getting his pistol away. You know what I mean? Like, what cops do? Like, you know what I mean? Not to say she a cop, but what cops do after they shooting and they see it, what's the name? What the first thing they do? They go for that pistol. Get that pistol out the way.
Well, the thing is, what y'all gotta understand is her brother was shot. Right. So they had to leave the scene, and they took him to the hospital, which was at St. John.
Right.
The irony to this whole story was all the guys that was unalive, they got rushed to St. John's also. So they all was in the hospital the whole time. When the detective from Eastpoint, that's why I say he bogus. He came off up in there and slapped handcuffs on him and was charging Mr. Taylor with homicide. Wild work.
I got shot.
It was wild work. They was in there, he was in there bleeding out the side, all types of wild stuff. They charged me with homicide. They're like, what is he on? But
But that's how it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just so much of an injustice in the system. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy where it's just a cut, you know what I mean? Like, well, I feel like it's a cut and dry as far as like, well, dog, he shouldn't even be locked up. You feel me? Old girl shouldn't even be charged with second-degree murder at all from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, y'all need to get, where's Kim Worthy on the situation?
Well, it's not in Detroit.
Oh yeah, it's in Eastpoint. Yeah, I'm about like, yeah, because she was definitely like, it's in Macomb County. Yeah. But y'all know how they do it in Macomb County, especially when you're dealing with some blacks. You feel me?
That's why I'm going to stay on top of this for y'all, and I'm going to keep on bringing y'all information. And if y'all got any questions, anything y'all want to know, and we should be doing an interview with the family members of Miss LaKayla and Mr. Dewan Taylor real soon. But I had to get this message out there to y'all first so y'all can understand exactly what is going on verbatim in the courtroom at Eastpoint with these two people. So, I'm going to get up out of here and let y'all have it.
Yeah, I mean, y'all chew on that. Y'all digest that. You feel me, B? You know what I mean? And we out. The In and Out Podcast. We out, B.